Tommy here with Capital T. Tommy of Exit, reading from his book, Blah Blah Blah, the short stories of a mind thief. Available at lulu.com. Sorry for the plugs. Everyone else does. You guys watch commercials all day. I don't know why I do anything any different. But anyway, this is a sixth short story called Empty Nothing. I was walking down an empty road and nothing that I owned. I was wondering if my family would help, but I had really pissed them off by ripping them off and everything. But I thought I should call them anyway, so I rang their phone and felt like a fool doing it. But my mom, the eternal people pleaser, was nice to me. I felt the love in her voice and thought she must really love me, or be as lonely as me. So she said she'd meet me at McDonald's and we could have a lunch and talk. I had been sober for 12 days. I had grown tired of all the people and bullshit of the street, so I thought this would be good for me. So I went to the local Mickey D's and looked for the Mercedes, and after 15 minutes it finally arrived. But it was a desert and I was so hot that I was sweating. I knew I stunk and the damage was on my face. I felt like shit and I could see my mother's eyes, in my mother's eyes, that she could see it too. But she hugged me anyway and I broke down and cried. She told me to be strong and wiped a tear off my cheek. I sucked up my boogers and I told her I loved her. I felt like a little kid even though everyone else thought I was hard. I just needed some softness in my life. My mom, the eternal people pleaser, gave that to me. We went inside McDonald's and ordered dead cow sawdust and some plastic-coated grease fries and a cup of sweetened corn syrup water. And we had a plastic-coated conversation. And she asked if I would want to go home with her. But I was so used to being on my own that I didn't know how to answer. But I knew that I couldn't stay with her long because I was being good now, but I knew I couldn't do right by her. Her ironclad rules in her house were hard to put up with. That was the reason I was in the shape I was in now. But the offer sounded good, but I just couldn't. I've always been a person that liked to be independent, but at this stage of my life, I had to consider a proposal. But in the end, I just watched her jump into the Mercedes-Benz with a tear in my eye. Aye, pirate's life for me. Man, I wish I had a TV. I haven't seen a good show in years. I'm so full of the shit they sell. I wish my shit would fly, but I never got that chance I was asking for. Another day and I sit in front of a computer and write wishy-washy, sappy crap about love that no one seems to care about. I have a conscience, and with a conscience, these streets are hard to get by on. But I do still have a reason to believe, and believe me, I work in my life daily. I try to be helpful to the people in my life. But in the end, I can't face them with a smiling face. I always have something to hide. And people know who I am, but they act as if I don't exist. When I have no money, when I do, my money is their party that I support. Even though they walk at me and take me for granted and act like I owe them something, people can be so greedy. I ain't the one to support. I know, but damn, I'm so bored walking the street looking for some inspiration. I just want to ride, but there is nothing I can do on my budget. This is the seventh story in my book called Fall Chill. The dawn pressed against my tired head. That was trying to pull itself off the old pillow as I laid on my head with my makeshift bed. I slept on the floor in an imitation Native American blanket. Fall chill was in the air and I coughed since I smoked too much. My family had been on me to stop smoking, but I just couldn't put my cigarettes down. I rolled my own since the taxes on pre-rolled packs were too expensive for me. My eyes watered as I yawned and I looked for my MP3 player, since it's the first thing I turn to in the morning and the last thing I turn off at night. I went downstairs and opened my sliding glass door, then I rolled a cigarette and lit it. I started to wake up, but first I had sleep in my mind and my body. I was getting older and every day it seemed harder to wake up. After the cigarette, I grabbed my black Dickies pants, a black t-shirt with a black widow on the front of it, some ankle-high socks, and my black chucks. I entered my bathroom and noticed that the light was out, so I left the door ajar as I withdrew out of yesterday's outfit. I jumped into the shower, which was at a steamy temperature. I washed my hair first and my penis and nutsack. Then I rinsed the shampoo out of my hair, then put conditioner on it, and even soaked my body, starting with my arms, then my underarms, my chest and legs, my feet, and finally my face. I rinsed off and was about to dry off when the shower door opened, scaring the shit out of me. It was my girlfriend, and she asked me if I needed any help. I told her that a blowjob would be nice, and then she kissed me and put her hand on my already growing penis. As it grew harder, she moaned, "Oh yes, baby." Then she put me in her mouth, and damn if it didn't feel good as she sucked me and I played with her hard nipples and pulled her hair. I came in her in like 2 minutes. Then she stuck her tongue to show me her sperm on it, my sperm on it, then swallowed my cum, smiled, pinched my ass, winked, and walked away. As I looked at her swaying ass, I muttered, "What a fantasy. Good morning. Hell of a morning." Now I was awake and ready to face the day. I got dressed, smiling and singing to Puddle of Mud. Fantasy released.